Last time on Total Drama Random Island, campers had to go through Chef's boot camp. Tyler tried stepping up to Chef to look cool to Sky, but it ended up with him getting put in the boathouse. Carrie told Courtney off for how evil she was. Tom finally made up with Geoff and Sam, and in the end, Priya won it for the Gophers. At elimination, Courtney would have originally left, but someone, aka Courtney, told us about Carrie raiding our fridge, and so Chef made the executive decision to teach her a lesson and eliminate her. 13 remain. Who will leave next on Total Drama Random Island? Tyler asks Beardo how he's doing, and Beardo asks why all of his support groups are being taken out. He's sorry, but he doesn't want Tyler to leave. It's probably best that he doesn't speak with him anymore. It seems I'm a major target more than anyone. Courtney asks if they've ever heard of correlation not meaning causation, and Tyler asks what she wants. Courtney says, hey, listen, I don't want to argue. I'm sorry, Tyler. It seems I was wrong about Sky not liking you. I was just looking out for you. Beardo says, yeah, the same way you were looking after Carrie. Courtney says that she really is sorry about that. Anne Maria wanted me to split apart you three because of how strong your alliance was. Beardo says, wait, really? And Courtney says, of course, I am not the type of person who would do that naturally. I respect you and Tyler a ton. You do what you want, and I hope you can eventually forgive me for what I've done. Tyler says, it's fine, I guess, if it was really Anne Maria. Beardo in confessional says that he really doesn't believe it yet, but he doesn't know enough about Anne Maria to truly call her out. Anne Maria is mean after all. It could be believable that Anne Maria was the mastermind this whole time. Courtney in confessional says, see? No need to panic. Sky tells Anne Maria that she knows that Courtney should have left, and Anne Maria says, nah, not since Carrie was a thief. I knew she took my hairspray. Sky says that wasn't fair. It's not fair that Courtney gets to stay and Carrie, a good person, leaves. Anne Maria says, listen, Mother Teresa, Carrie put herself in a position where she broke the rules. That's why someone told Chris about it, and that's why she's gone. You need to take every edge you can to win, and I'm glad it happened. Sky says, so it was you. I knew you were smarter than you let on. Courtney may be a witch, but you're dangerous to have around. Anne Maria says dangerously beautiful, maybe. Now leave before I get angry, Sasquatch. Sky yells that her legs are not that hairy before leaving. Tom says to listen here, boys. Sam has come up with a new idea. 2 options, both good ones. Geoff says, heck yeah, man. And Lorenzo says it's about time the boys come back together. Sam says yeah, so there's 2 options, Priya and Noah. Pros of keeping Noah, let's discuss. Geoff says, well, he is a guy like us, but he's kinda, what's the word, appetite-thetic? Noah comes over and says, apathetic. I have the writing on the wall. You want me gone, right? Tom says, what? No. Sam says, wait, this could be a good opportunity. Yes, Noah, because we don't think you care. Noah says, what? I care. Lorenzo says, really? Because I can count on one hand how many times you've tried. Noah says, well, I tried in, there was that one time where I don't think I've actually given my 100% in these challenges. Tom says that's the point. When push comes to shove, you're the new Lorenzo. At least Lorenzo tries and fails. You just don't try, which now I know is worse. Noah says, fine, I hear you. I'll try today. Tom in confessional says, man, Noah was the last hope for me. Everyone else I'm friends with, and if Noah's gonna try now, then I'll have to make a tough decision at the next elimination. Priya asks Sadie if she can read the writing on the wall, and Sadie says, what, we need a makeover? And Priya says, no. Wait, do I look bad? I mean, no. The guys are going to team up against us, so we need to team up. I have Tom as an ally. Sadie says, and I have Noah, which means we have majority. Priya says we just have to make sure they won't betray us. Today's challenge will test your minds, your teamwork, and your skills in the kitchen. You'll be cooking a 3-course meal and serving it to me for tasting. The winners will get a reward, the losers will send someone home. Each team will appoint a head chef to create the theme of the meal and to oversee the cooking. Geoff opens up the food truck and says that they can do a killer Italian theme. Noah says, well, hello, head chef. Geoff says, seriously? Then let's get grabbing. Sky says she calls being head chef, and Courtney says, sounds good to her. Anne Maria says, wow, you're really gonna let her leg hair fall into the food? Sky in confessional says that Courtney might have actually been the stupid one on the team this whole time, and I just misjudged her. I guess Anne Maria was actually the ringleader. Geoff says that Priya and Tom can take the appetizers, Sadie and Noah can take the main course, and Lorenzo and Sam can take desserts. Sound cool? Priya says, yep, that sounds great. Geoff says that if anyone needs help, go ahead and ask. Noah says that if you don't feel comfortable with measuring, ask me. I have incredibly steady hands, so I'll get the perfect measurement every time. Lorenzo says that maybe they should switch then, since dessert requires a lot more precision, and Geoff says he doesn't have a problem with that. Sounds cool to me. Sky says that they have way less members, so they will have to work together here more than ever. And Maria, you take the main course. And Maria says sure, just don't touch my food, can't risk you infecting it. Sky says right. Tyler and Courtney, you do the appetizer, and Beardo will take care of dessert. If any of you need help, just ask. Courtney says don't worry, I'll also help out where I need to. Tyler says I don't know how to cook though, and Courtney says don't worry, I'll make sure you're okay before I help someone else. Sky in confessional says that she doesn't know if Courtney hit her head or what, but this new Courtney is great, definitely better than the last one. Courtney in confessional says that she needed Carrie gone since she saw right through her charade. Now that she's gone, she can pretend she's a good person and Anne Maria was at fault this whole time. Plus, it helps Anne Maria is too stupid and arrogant to truly realize it or refute the claims. Sadie tells Noah that she's worried he's found new friends, and Noah says nah, you're really the only one I consider a true friend here. Sadie says okay, but do you have another alliance going on? Noah says listen, I'm not gonna vote for you. Sadie asks what about Priya, and Noah says well, that's a whole other story. Sadie says come on Noah, having her as an ally is a great thing, and Noah says why, so she can beat us in the final 3? Sadie says come on Noah, don't be pessimistic. Noah says right, sorry. Yeah, you're right, maybe she is useful to us, I'm just trying to avoid being voted out next at this point. Sadie says who's voting you out? Noah says he doesn't want to point fingers, but the other guys have discussed voting me out. Sadie says that's terrible. Don't worry, Noah, I'll never let them vote you out. Have they spoken about me, though? Geoff asks how dessert is coming, and Noah says great. Sadie just asked if we should put more vanilla in it, but I think it's good. Don't want to overwhelm it after all. Geoff says that's a good call, man. Priya asks Tom if he's planning on voting her off, and Tom says what? No way, I'd never do something like that. I love you and Sadie. Priya says that he didn't include Noah, and Tom says he just doesn't know who to vote for. Priya says yeah, me too, but this is a game. She needs him to stay focused. He's the smartest one on this team strategically. Tom says really? Guess I got caught up in the fun that I forgot I'm here to win. Priya says don't worry, I'll let you choose who leaves, I know you'll make the right decision. Dakota enters and tells Sam that she's impressed by his cooking skills, and Sam says of course I'm good at this, I got a gold medal on every Cooking Mama level. Lorenzo says at this point he's the one doing dishes since he isn't really needed anywhere else. Beardo is struggling, but Courtney tells him not to worry about it. Here, let me show you a trick on how to get perfect measurements every time. After the cooking is done, Chris tries Screaming Gophers appetizers and says that they fall short to the Killer Bass. Next up, the main course. Chris tries both, and Chris says that the Killer Bass's rack of lamb isn't better than the Screaming Gophers spaghetti and meatballs. Anne Maria says whatever, you don't know good food if it hit you in the face. Hold on, dessert is needed still. Screaming Gophers. He takes a bite and says, could use more vanilla. Sadie says, I told you. Finally, Killer Bass. He takes a bite and spits it out, saying that there's a hair in it. Anne Maria says it's probably from Sky, and Beardo says, I'm sorry, it's mine. Chris says, well, Screaming Gophers, you lucked out. Killer Bass's taste way better, but the hair is inexcusable. Screaming Gophers win. Noah in confessional says, thank the Lord we won. I don't know if I was safe tonight, and that was way too close for comfort. Tom in confessional says, thank God I don't have to choose someone. Geoff says in confessional, oh man, if we lost, I was for sure screwed as the head chef. Priya says in confessional that she's so happy she won, otherwise she could have been using her idol already. Sadie in confessional says, oh thank goodness, if we lost, I would have had a panic attack. I am so serious. Sam says in confessional, I don't think I was a target, but it wouldn't have surprised me if they voted me out. Lorenzo says in confessional that he's sure he would have been fine. Those plates were extra clean thanks to him. Tyler asks Beardo who he's voting for, and Beardo says, listen man, I don't want to talk about it right now, and Tyler says, alright, I trust you'll make the right decision in the end. Tyler asks Sky who they're voting for, and Sky says that Beardo failed them this challenge, it's only fair he leaves. No, but can you imagine if we did that? Nah, Anne Maria 100%. Tyler says that's what he thought. Courtney watches from afar and in confessional says that this gives her an idea. Courtney asks if he can talk to Beardo, and Beardo says if she wants to vote for him, go ahead. He failed this challenge. Courtney says that she really doesn't want to vote him off though, and at the end of the day, there is only one person who was supposed to make sure this didn't happen, and they failed. I don't want to make you scared, but I heard Sky talking about voting you off. Tyler didn't want to, obviously, but I don't know how the votes will go. Just know I won't vote for you. Beardo in confessional says that he doesn't want to hurt Tyler, but if Sky is discussing voting me off, then I need to defend myself. At least Courtney has my back. Chris at elimination says that there's 5 bass sitting in front of me tonight, but only 4 marshmallows. So, good luck. When I call your name, come up and get your marshmallow. Sky tells Beardo not to worry, I never vote you off. Beardo says, oh, well, that's good to know. Sky asks what that is about, but Chris interrupts her. Tyler, Courtney, Beardo, and the final marshmallow of the night in a 3-2 vote goes to and Maria. Sky says, what? And Beardo says that he's so sorry. He was just told that you were discussing voting me out. Sky said, yeah, as a joke. We never vote you out. Tyler says, wait, does this mean... Anne Maria interrupts and says, yeah, Hairy Legs is gone. Sky says, wow, okay, well this is not how I envisioned things, but hey, Beardo, Tyler, you're still in this. Tyler says he can't do this without her, and Sky says not to worry about it, just do your best, you can do it, I believe in you. She gives Tyler a kiss goodbye before walking to the boat. Chris says, right, well, Killer Bass, there's only 4 of you left. Not looking good for you numbers-wise. You better get this whole losing situation figured out. Courtney says, don't worry. We don't plan on being back here for a while. Chris says, good for you. You might be back sooner than you think, though. Courtney says that they can eat some of the leftover dessert to cheer themselves up, but Tyler and Beardo both say they just need some space and leave. Courtney in confessional says that no matter what happened, she was fine. Either Anne Maria goes, and that means she's safe another day, or in this case, Sky gets eliminated, and I either find out she had the idol or my second biggest threat is gone. I told you, it wasn't panic time yet. Dakota tells Sam not to panic, but there's a traitor in your group. Sam says it's probably just a misunderstanding again, and Dakota says, no, Sam, there is someone in your group who is playing both sides, and unless you get them out, I think your chances of winning are near none. And the best you could possibly hope for is Final 5. Sam says that's a good placement, but Dakota says, yeah, but $1 million is way better. Imagine how much you can get with that much money. Sam says, yeah. Actually, I'll definitely take your warning seriously now.